Thanks everyone for joining today's webinar, where we are going to be introducing you to Norgren's new VR10-15 valve manifolds. I'm Mike Parzich, Product Marketing Manager here at Norgren. Before we get into the details on the range, I did want to briefly cover some basics of valve manifolds as well as the communication protocols. So first, what is a valve manifold? It's commonly referred to as a valve island. It's a collection of valves that are fitted onto a single base or manifold, and they all utilize a common air supply and exhaust. In a pneumatic circuit, the valve manifold is used to control downstream products that require compressed air, like an actuator, gripper, vacuum generator, or even to pilot another valve. Outside of the compressor shown here on the slide, Norgren offers all of the great products shown here. So why would you select a valve manifold versus a regular inline valve? So on a simple machine or assembly that only has a few downstream products to control, inline valves may work just fine. But when you have multiple products that you need to control, it can start getting messy with the wiring and installation. And valve manifolds really do offer many benefits. First, they provide a neat solution that occupies a much smaller footprint. The time and effort required to install and set up one manifold is much less than installing and connecting multiple solenoid valves one by one. With all of the connections centrally located, your leak points are reduced, and then the electrical wiring is pre-configured prior to installation. And then lastly, the valve manifolds provide various communication protocols with the diagnostic features, which help support newer machinery. As far as the communication protocols, the communication protocols used with valve manifolds can be broken down into two main categories: field bus and industrial Ethernet. Each of them have their own characteristics in terms of cost, reliability, data transmission, etc. It's estimated that industrial Ethernet accounts for the majority of the market and will continue to grow at a faster rate from here on out. The majority of the major industrial Ethernet solutions include Ethernet IP, Profinet, EtherCAT, Ethernet PowerLink, and Modbus TCP. The major field bus solutions are Profibus, CC-Link, and Modbus RTU. The choice of the protocol is really decided by the customer, and the machine manufacturers need to decide which networks they're going to support with their equipment. So with that said, I'd like to introduce you to Norgren's new VR10-15, a compact, flexible, and modular valve manifold. It has a simple plug-in sub-base design, and it's available in two body sizes: 10 millimeters for the VR10 and 15 millimeters for the VR15. It's going to have all the standard valve functions you would expect: dual 3-2s, normally open, normally closed, 5-2 sole spring, sole, the 5-3 all ports blocked, cylinders open to exhaust, and cylinders open to pressure. We can get up to 24 single solenoids on a single manifold, or 12 double solenoids, or really any mix in between, as long as we don't max out at the 24 solenoids. All the valves use non-locking overrides. They also feature LED indication for easy identification of operation. And we also have a dynamic soft seal spool for high flow. So looking at some of the main aspects of the product. The VR is extremely modular and flexible. It's field expandable. You can build the manifold in single stations and even change the manifold layout in the field. There are no restrictions on installation. Connectors can be horizontal, vertical. It can be direct mounted or on DIN rail. With the pre-installed push-to-connect fittings, integral silencers, and some of the most popular protocols, including Ethernet IP, Profinet, EtherCAT, and IO-Link, the VR10-15 is truly a plug-and-play valve manifold system. It's very reliable. Using Norgren's proven valve technology, you can expect a long life, over 30 million cycles. It's maintenance friendly. With that simple plug-in sub-base design, it provides easy valve exchange and interruption-free valve replacement. And then lastly, our online configurator makes it easy to design the VR1015 to your requirements. You can also review technical information, download CAD models, and also request quotation. Diving into the benefits, here we're going to look at the modularity further. As mentioned, the valves are plug-in. They snap together with interlocks, but we also have a tie rod system to keep the stack nice and tight. If you're looking to add onto your manifold, we also do have tie rod expansions. And then we also have excellent interchangeability of the bus nodes between the protocols, as the nodes are connected to the sub-assembly. One of the benefits of the sub-base manifold is the ability to quickly change out the valves. And this product gives you that flexibility. 2 screws and you easily swap out each valve. We also have the ability to do multi-zone manifolds. So for example, if we wanted to have up to 2 to 4 separate zones, we could do that with the VR. This would allow you to isolate into different pressure zones or separate between lubricated or non-lubricated air. Basically, you have your intermediate supply and exhaust module, and then the exhaust pressure ports are plugged to give you the isolation between the zones. So in this example here shown, you'd have a 3-zone manifold. A quick overview of the specifications. We need air filtration down to 40 micron. Operating pressures around 30 to 100 psi, which is right at that standard factory pressure level. We have a nice low watt operating consumption of 0.45 watts for nice energy efficiencies. We have CVs of 0.2 and 0.6 for the 10 and 15 mil respectively. As far as the compatibility, the VR10 valve manifold and 15 are compatible with all PLCs that support the previously mentioned protocols. We've tested them with models from major manufacturers, so you can be sure it will work on your system. For more information, including CAD and data sheets, visit norgren.com. You can also build your own manifold using our easy-to-use online configurator. You can just scan the QR code here with your smartphone to get access to that configurator. I hope we found this overview of Norgren's VR1015 valve manifold helpful. Please follow Norgren Industrial Automation North America on LinkedIn for more info. I appreciate your time and I hope you enjoy the rest of the PACK Expo show.